I was away, but I'm here now. And so let me welcome all of you. And I want to say Happy New Year to all of you, our Nighttime Spain followers. We want to wish all of us a prosperous 2025. So it is important that those things that will make us prosperous, let's talk about it. Let's keep this government feet to fire. Let's keep this government feet to fire. So tonight is going to be interesting. Stay tuned. Let's take word from Crimes Topos Liberia, and then when we come back, we will jump into our talking points tonight. So let's take word first from Crimes Topos Liberia, headed by Old Man Sam Sion. Okay, Rakaza, you don't stop playing. You still playing. Fino years since. Let's take word from our sponsor. Yeah.
It's about music. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand for the right authority. Really can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. It's about music. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it.
Yeah, when you see crime, you must report it. That's why Crime Stoppers is saying. Crime Stoppers is telling us that we must follow and always respect the rule of law, because that is what that's the best thing to do. When you respect the authorities, you follow the rule of law, it means that you are a good citizen. Do not take the laws into your hands. All right, we are still carrying on those uh ugly acts in the community. Mob justice is on the increase in our country. When criminals are caught, some of you would beat them to death. Some of you would do all kinds of things to them, which I think is not right. We're not saying that they should go and steal from you. I know you struggle hard to get what you have, so you will not sit there and allow somebody just come take it and from you just like that. But when you catch the criminal, the law says you should report the criminal. You should report the criminal. Those things happening in our country, we never saw them happening here. So why now are we allowing, jungle justice into our country? We fought war into this country. We, our people died, and all kinds of things happened. So let's respect the rule of law. Crime Stopper says when you have an issue, get the law enforcement involved. Do not take the laws into your hands. Some of you are saying, oh, but the government said they just don't respect the law. So who am I to say I will respect the law? If the government said it's breaking the law, who am I? If the people who are supposed to be protecting the laws, they are breaking it. So why am I saying, who yeah will not break it? No, you should be the one to tell them, don't break the law. You are the authority. So why would you want to do this? You are telling us, we the ordinary citizens, that since the big people, those of you who are in position, those of you who are in power, you're disrespecting the law. Then ordinary person like me, Bato like me, Bable like me, I mean, we can't respect the law. No, let us not do that. All right? Let us not do that. Some of you didn't see the war in this country. Some of you wearing around, some of you wearing born then. Some of you were around and you saw what the war did to our country. So it goes to all of us, those of you who are listening. When you catch a criminal, report them to the police. Somebody say, "Oh, but the police, the police not protecting us. The police has been politicized, and so we don't have any trust in the police." But you see, we can do without the police. The police is our friend. We can do without them because when you have issues to settle, you go to the police. If the police can't handle that, they will refer you to the court to seek justice. So that's the law you're following right there. You go to the police, you complain to the police, you tell the police your issue, the police will get involved. Sometimes the police will play the role, of compromising or, and having the two parties to compromise and say, look, this is a civil issue. You can go to the civil law court, or look, we can resolve this thing and we move on with our lives. But you see, folks, we leave our homes, we leave our families, we come here to just conscientize our people, to tell our people the right things to do, to tell our people what we can do to make our country better, what we can do to attract investors to our country. So when you see these kind of things happening in a country where the rule of law is not being respected, nobody wants to come and put their money into a country where there is no security. Some of the things that are happening in this country, we, the citizens, we need to rise up and checkmate our officials. It is our right to tell our officials that, look, you people are doing the wrong thing. So you can do it peacefully, not by way of violence. Joseph Boakai is not more than Liberia. Joseph Boakai and his officials, they are not more than Liberia. The lawmakers are not more than Liberia. So these people, we need to stand into their faces and tell them the right thing to do. It is our right. We have every constitutional right to tell our people that, look, the way you people are proceeding is not the right way. You see what is happening in our country today? Is so bad that, you know, things are not really working. Because when you have the three branches of government that are not, they are not coordinating, what do you expect? You expect a breakdown. So there's a breakdown within the government cycle. We have a constitutional speaker, and we have another one who is referred to by the majority bloc as their part speaker. The Supreme Court came down with a ruling calling on the guys to go back to status quo ante. If you people say you have issues, you follow the due process. You follow the due process. We listen to the police director concerning the fire incident at the Capitol, that it was not an electrical fault, but there are some people that did that set the Capitol ablaze. And information we gather is that prior to the burning of the Capitol, there was a fire incident that took place on the second floor where Thomas Fowler got his office prior to the burning of the Capitol. And there was a fire incident on the second floor before that big one happened. How many of us heard that? But there is one Titus Nimne, who I'm told was working in the office of the speaker. I know the legitimate speaker is Fonati Kofa. So when I say was working in the office of the speaker, I'm referring to J. Fonati Kofa. One Titus Nimne. This guy, I'm told, is the one, because the information we gather is that this guy was not doing his job at the time he was in the office of the speaker. So his services were terminated. And then he decided to, or I think he was reassigned, and he decided to move on the side of the majority bloc. But we are told that this guy is going around pointing out people that are connected to Fonati Kofa. One Titus Nimne. He's going around taking the police, carrying them and showing people homes, that these are people who are connected to Kofa. In fact, he's telling the police that they are the ones that burned down the Capitol or set the joint chambers ablaze. So you see the kind of country we find ourselves. What kind of country is this? And you know, this guy, I'm told he's given every information. He's given every information to James Colley. James Colley is the guy who has the majority black, the so-called majority black uh, rules, orders, and administration. So he's feeding James Colley with all of the information, just lying on people. Well, folks, let me bring my colleague in. Let me bring my colleague in, and we can continue the conversation. All right, let me bring my colleague in. All right, Aliyu,
Mr. Nimble, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, Papa. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir. You are loud and clear. How are you there? How's the evening?
Good, 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 good. Yes. How's your end too?
My end is okay, but man, I'm okay, and I'm here tonight. So I don't know, but we are here again talking about Liberia. So what's up?
That's all I do. Number,
Mm,
yeah. I say I just heading from home.
okay,
Yeah.
you're
People
driving,
work.
right?
Yeah, I'm just like 20 minutes away from home.
Okay, so let me give you the time. I don't know, what do you want to get home first, because we still have time.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. We have time. I will just go ahead.
okay, so
Yeah.
I'll be posted for you. So immediately when you get home, just alert me. Okay, that's the voice of Aliyu Masale. He's one of the panelists there with Radio LRB, the newest to hit the nighttime spin. So you see, we leave our homes to come here to talk about Liberia. We never sit on this radio to incite people to go and do the wrong thing. Because any damage that will come to this country, every one of us will, get affected. Any bad thing that happened to this country, it will happen to all of us. Any good thing that happened for this country, it will happen for all of us. So we'll not come and sit here and incite people or tell people to go and do the wrong thing. No, we'll not do it. But people feel that this station, we are defenders of the CDC. Well, yes, we may, uh, you know, whatever way you want to put it. But what we do here is for all of us Liberians. Even some of the folks with Unity Party, they are not happy with some of the things happening in the country, because for the past 3 to 4 months now, our lawmakers, they are not doing the people's job. They are not doing the people's job. But we stay paying them. We're giving them taxpayer money. But they are not doing the job that we're paying them for. Because just to move one man, there's a total breakdown in the governance structure of our country. So where are we heading as a country? Well, you got people just going around pointing out people, lying on them. I'm told most of the guys who are connected to Fonati Kofa, A couple of them were arrested, and some of them called for their lawyers. I don't know whether they have been released now. But why Fonati Kofa is being targeted? Why is he being targeted? You say you want a man. The man is corrupt. But all of you that are fighting the man today, they're saying that the man is corrupt. Some of you are more corrupt than him. So if you say this man is corrupt, you don't want to work with him. You got to follow the due process of law to have him removed. When you reach the number, you boot him out. But because of Fonati removal, the entire country is shaking. Just to remove one speaker, the entire country is shaking. And Fonati is a lawyer. He knows the law. So he will not sit there and allow Joseph Boakai to just boot him out of the system. Like for Alex Tyler and Edwin Snow, the guys, they didn't know. But this other man is a different person. Some always say, oh man, Fonati is supposed to resign, Fonati is supposed to step aside because, the people not working with him. But there are people who are still committed to him. The Rule of Law Caucus, the group that's saying that we will follow the rule of law, they are still committed. They are still committed. The way things are going in our country, we're not seeing nothing serious happening here in this country until we can put our acts together. Today, we're supposed to be talking about job creation in our country. Government should be creating the avenues for job to come for our people, for the citizens to work. The country is hard, money business is hard, and things are expensive. The prices of basic commodity is so high. You go to the market with $20, you can't realize anything. Everything is expensive. So this is a country where everybody just doing their own thing. This is a country where we see everybody just doing their own thing. There is no law and order. There is no law and order in our country. But there are people who are still respecting the law, while others are there, breaking the law. Joseph Boakai, he needs to take charge. So when we listen to that pastor, what the pastor said, when we elect Joseph Boakai, calamity will befall this nation. And we see a lot of things happening for us that will make some of us believe that what the pastor said is true. That what the pastor said about calamity will befall this nation if Joseph Boakai is elected, it will make some of us to believe that yes, the pastor did not lie. When people assemble peacefully to express their concern to the government, the police will chase them out, flog them, put them in jail, and do all kinds of things to them. What kind of government that don't want anybody to talk about the bad things they are doing? How will you improve if you don't have people who will criticize the wrong things you are doing? How do you improve your government? How do you go about it? So, folks, let me not forget, it will soon be 12 o'clock, 4 more minutes. Let me not forget. Let me see my dashboard. Let me quickly get to my dashboard before I miss out. All right, because we are at the verge of closing. So let me see. Nothing is encouraging tonight. Nothing is encouraging tonight. But I'm telling you, after midnight, we will close up the $10,000 and we'll start to pay out to you $3,000. This time around, you will play 100 Liberian dollars and then you win $3,000 after 12 o'clock. That's what's going to be happening. Because from what I'm seeing, it means that we cannot pay out another $10,000. Maybe you won't win the $3,000, so you're not concentrating on the $10,000. You got to go for the bigger picture. But we have already pressed with time, so we have like 3 or 4 more minutes to midnight. So I think we have to pay out the $3,000. Well, you know, today is Thursday, and every Thursday it is What's on Your Mind edition. So shortly we'll open up the phone lines so you can call in and speak on those burning issues. I met a guy somewhere, and the guy told me, he said, Mr. Nimner, I'm so and so person, I'm into this life, and I no longer want to be into this life. So I won't find a way, because I listen to Crime Stoppers every day. I won't find a way to live this life to get myself doing something else. Because my little son came to me and said to me, Daddy, this life that you are living is not a good life. And the guy came and he said that to me. He said, the life I'm living is not a good life. I want to stay away from this life. Every time I listen to Crime Stoppers, you know, I can feel so bad about myself. Because this is not the life that my mother bore me for. This is not the life that I was brought on the earth for. So I want to be a changed person. This 2025, I don't want to do the things that I was doing in 2024. So Mr. Nimner, you people have to help me to get me out of this life. So we got to be help to one another. We got to be our brother's keeper. If somebody can come to me and say that to me, you know, I was like, this guy really wants to change. Because according to him, his little son that he loves so much, look at him, small boy. I think he said the boy is at the age of, I think 9, 10, between somewhere there. And he said the boy said it to him. He folded his hands and looked at his son and said in his heart, wow, If my son can tell me that the life I'm living is not good, then why am I still living this kind of life? So, fellow Liberians, we leave our homes, we've come here to tell our people the right things to do. We not come here and tell our people to do bad things. The country is already divided. Politics have divided our country. Families cannot see eye to eye because of politics. None of us praying for bad things for this country. But you see, people have branded us as a CDC radio station. I'm about to say something to you tonight. They have branded us as a CDC radio station. The other day, Austin Kawa was on the radio and his vehicle was set ablaze by some unknown individuals. For those of you who have followed us, the Freedom FM, did you read or did you see any condemnation from CDC condemning the act against Austin? Besides individuals calling, friends calling Austin and say, Austin, we are sorry for what happened to you. Did you read any official statement from the CDC condemning the act on Austin? No. I challenge anybody to call on this radio to say, oh yes, CDC came out with a statement condemning the incident that took place at Freedom FM, with Austin Kawa vehicle. That's a very expensive car. It's a BMW X5. Very expensive. So will Austin get justice? Austin would not get justice because the very people that are supposed to give him justice because they feel that Austin is a critical voice, so nobody cares. Since that incident took place, the vehicle is still parked in front of the building. So I'm saying this to say that this radio station, we supported the re-election of President George Manuel Weah because we saw President Weah doing a lot of good things in this country. And trust me, the day the Unity Party government started to do the right thing for our people, we sit on the same radio and praise them, we lift them high. Because we are all Liberians. Let's agree that we did not vote for Unity Party or we did not vote for Joseph Boakai. But Joseph Boakai is the president of the Republic of Liberia. He's not the president of Unity Party. Campaign is over. It's time to govern. So we supported President Weah because of his developmental drive. We supported him because we saw some good things happening in our country during his tenure. During President Weah's regime, we saw a lot of good things happening in this country. So if Joseph Boakai started to do the right thing, we ourselves will praise him too. So when we start to praise United Party, you will see that United Party radio, yeah? Or when we start to praise other political leaders here, you will tell us they're the ones supporting the station. Ask them. Let one of them tell you that, oh, we are contributing to the upkeep of that Freedom FM. Nothing. Now, one CDC official will tell you, say, they are contributing to the upkeep of this radio station. So if Austin Kawa if something bad had happened to Austin that night, none of you was going to come to his aid. If the man's vehicle got burned and there was no official statement from the CDC condemning the act against Austin, the act on Austin, then when Austin if they were going to do something bad to Austin, you all going to come to him. So it's caring that we leave our homes with our families to come and sit on this radio to tell our people to do the right things, and other people see it as bad thing. Other people see it as, oh, the people, they inciting people. No, who would sit down here to kind of incite people? Most of the guys here, they are young people, young in age, with their young families. So you see, you didn't want to be running around with your family. They don't want to be running around with their families. Oliver Kahn is a very young man. Austin Kawa, Abu Sharif, all of these guys are very young people. Small boys. But with positive thinking. With positive thinking. Look at what happened to our brother the other night. No security, no nothing. The man's vehicle parked. And somebody from nowhere came and threw fire on it. Their plan was to take his life. If they can set the man's vehicle ablaze, tell me what they were going to see himself. What do you think they were going to do to him? So, for some of us, we are old people. We like to mind our business. Besides the job that we do here, I'm not the kind of person who get into people's affairs. I'm not the kind of person. Even some of my friends who are lawmakers, I don't even go to them. Emmanuel Dan and I, we work together at 2 radio stations. We work together at DC 101. We work together as Magic FM. Emmanuel Dan today is a representative of District Number 7. I have not gone to him one day, but when he won the election, I congratulated him. Even before the election, I told him, I said, look, my man, I did my survey in your area here, and most of the people I spoke with, it was you. So I told him, I said, this election, you will win it. I told Emmanuel Don. I said, Emmanuel Don, this election, trust me, you will win it. He hired office right there on Kira Street. I went to him, I told him, Lyrical D, that's his radio name, Lyrical. I said, Lyrical, this election, you will win it because all your area and I passed all over asking people who's the favorite. Yeah, everybody saying Emmanuel Don. And it came to pass. DJ Blue, Bernard Benson. I worked with DJ Blue before I had a fan. I got a couple of good friends who are in position. But we're not into people like that. We may not have it, but we let them mind our own business. So we're not come on this radio to sit down and incite people to go and do the wrong things. We're not do it. We love our country. We want to see good things happening in our country. So we're not going to incite people. We will not do it. I got my grandkids are coming up. My last son is about 22 years, 23 years. My last son. He's still a kid. And I got my grandkids. So you think I want to see bad things happening to the country? The war we fought in this country, you know what happened to people? Parents couldn't give account of their children. Children couldn't give account of their parents. War is not good. So we're not support war. The only thing we do would put the government feet to fire. If the government lie, we tell them, say the government lie. If the government do good, we say the government do good. Even the judge we had that we supported, there were many times we criticized people within the George Weah administration. And we're calling on President Weah to dismiss some of them. We did. We call on President Weah to dismiss some of his officials that were not in line with his pro agenda. Tonight we've been told that Alvin Wisse home was barricaded, or strange movement was around the home of Alvin Wisse. Why would you be targeting certain individuals? The police inspector general is a personal friend of mine. We share the same name, Wendell. Gregor Coleman don't call me my Wendell name. He called me Terminator. That's how he called me. Greg is my friend. Nelson Fremont is my friend. So all of these people would know each other like that. We respect them as friends. But when it comes to Liberia, it's a different thing. Because if Gregor Coleman doing the wrong thing, would tell Greg, you are doing the wrong thing. So that's the kind of friendship we have with these people. But Aliyu Masale is here, so let me give Aliyu some time since this is what's on your mind edition. I just thought it wise to bring, certain conversation on so our people would know. Because a lot of you with the perception that this radio station is owned by CDC, and everything we do here, we advocate for CDC. Because CDC is the most popular opposition. All the other parties then that contested the 2023 elections, where are they? They're all gone dead. So most of the time when we're talking, we say CDC, because CDC is the most powerful opposition right now as we speak. When CDC was in power, it was similar thing with Unity Party. Unity Party ran this country for 12 years, and CDC took over. Now Unity Party is back. Where are all the other political parties? Where are they? Where are all their stand-up bearers? Where are they? Their political leaders? All of them gone. But 2029, you will see a lot of them coming back. So when we're talking here, we're talking to the major opposition. CDC did not rest in this town when George Weah took over this country. There was protest here, protest there. People were sitting using their microphones to incite people to go out there and do things out of the way. But George Weah, being a peaceful person and very tolerant, he swallowed a lot of bitter pills. We saw the June 7 protest here where the police was giving protesters food and water. Because the very people that were out there were Liberians. They were Liberians. So Joey, I didn't say these people because they from opposition, they ain't like me, they ain't this, that, so you don't get them food, you don't get them water. But just under Joseph Boakai administration, we saw what happened to protesters. Look at what happened these few days in Lofa County. Ali, let's hear from you, then we can take few calls, my brother.
Thank you, Mr. Dimne. Thank you for the time. And Mama Liberia, that's our country. The sweetest country in the world is Mama Liberia. You see, I've been listening to you, and this I think we always say on the radio, and I said it this morning. Even if I hate Joseph Boakai, it can change Liberia. If I hate the government, it cannot change Liberia. My hate for Joseph Boakai, I hate him. He even said no one or somebody hate him. The only thing we want the right thing to be done in the country. That's all we have to say. Like some of these things happen. During President Weah administration, we saw people protesting in our country, and nobody had time for them. Because Joseph Boakai, when they were in power at that time, 12 years, the same thing happened. We, the sedition, we used to protest at that time. Okay, other people were protesting in the country during the 12 years of Madam Sedi and Joseph Boakai. And nobody had time for us. So when President Weah came to power, he did the same thing. Okay, when those people were in power, we protested, they never had time for us. Now we had to give them the same right. But today, we're seeing the way in which our country is looking today. The police are all in the street, and I will always remember this when Eugene Fagon, he sat on Spoon Network and he said that the way in which George Weah is running our country, if they happen to win election, people will see how they are going to turn the country. Nobody will gather anywhere to say they just coming to be protesting. George Weah doesn't know how to govern. That's why you see whole day people are protesting. Eugene Fagon said it, and today, yes, I'm seeing it. Nobody can protest in Liberia right now, you see. And this irresponsible and reckless police director talking about they will prepare certain area when people want to protest, they go there to protest. Where have you seen that in the world? And this goes to our brothers and sisters, our people back home, because people just see that when you come to America, you go to school, oh yes, you are the most educated man in the world, you know everything. And seeing Gregory Cuomo today be a police director, he's the IG, and then he performing as if to say he's the director of fire service. Why you have to do with what happened at the Capitol building? Coming having press conference saying this, coming all the fire that people that this, that. If you know much about fire, I think you're supposed to tell Mr. Boakai you want to be the fire service director instead of being the IG. The America that you came, you went to school. You want to tell me right now if there's a building that was set ablaze like across the street there where we had the social service, and then they come, they do investigation and thing, and know that, oh yes, we know people who carry on this act, they will come out and say, okay, yes, we're coming to register to report yourself. So some people come to the greatest country in the world. They went to school, they get the best of education. And when they go back to Liberia, they don't even show to people that they got quality education. So that just shows that they were just here, merit making, and got some fake degrees around here. This is America. People think that those things don't happen. It also happen here. People can come here, they get all kind of degree from behind the door. You see? And they can't even use those degrees here because when you use it here, they're going to knock you down. So they will put it in their suitcases, they go back to Liberia with it. That's where they can carry their suitcase degree. Because you can't say you will get a real degree in this country that you sit there, you can even to get a certificate in this country. There are people in this country that only got certificate where they went to school maybe 1 month, 2, 3 months. And they living their life in this country. Why much more to get degree in this country that you can work here, but you sit here all those years, but only to go back to Liberia? These are people that got fake degree here, but when they carry Liberia, people say, oh yeah, he went to school in America. You see? So since Gregory Coleman took position of power as IG in that country, what he continued to do is just show that the education he got in America, I don't think he got it the right way. Or because some of them just go because of politics, or they want to protect their job, so they do everything because you have to work at the way and pleasure of the president. So the direction you see the president going, you have to go that same direction. And sometimes when you see some of these things, you hear some people, Mr. Boakai being the oldest man in the country, himself in government for all of these years, and people brag of his experience coming to power. So right now today, you people who voted this old man, what he has really done in the country for you to see and to be proud of him. Oh yes, we told you Mr. Boakai had the experience. What experience he has exhibited for us to see, we the Liberians to say, oh yes, we have no regret of voting this old man. But he just continued to show to us that Madam Sedi was 100% right by keeping him in the garage, as he said he was an old car parked in the garage. Because nothing. And the records are there. People who been knowing Joseph Boakai, people who been working with him, they know he has no leadership ability. He knows nothing about governance. Anywhere you get problem when Joseph Boakai come there, he just going to escalate the whole thing. Let Solomon Reed, all the years he's a Unity Party partisan. He been Unity Party through all his life. Why he couldn't support this government? Because he knows Mr. Boakai. You see? And we said the city this morning, people when they're getting old, their brains start to go down. Jeremiah Kun said it, and today people are seeing it. We that work in this country with agencies and things, we know people. The more you get older, your brain start to go down. You are not going to be active like before. What's happening in this country? When Joe Biden and Donald Trump had the debate, everybody look at a Democrat, they say, no, you have to step down. You don't have that leadership ability. Your brain is drowning down. You see, so you can't be president of this country. And when he wanted to stand up, people started leaving the party. Why you think people couldn't support Joe Biden to force him into power to say we had to keep him there because we want government job? No. Law for country, they prioritize that country first. And at the end of the day, Joe Biden had to step aside. But Liberia people look at Joseph Boakai, they say, oh yeah, his brain is drowning down. I think we're able to use him to rob the country. So when he was talking about gangsters and hooligans, these are the gangsters and hooligans that he get. They the one brought him to power today, and he joining there to destroy our country. If you can get a president saying he came to power, he has never wanted to talk about national reconciliation to reconcile the country, to put we the Liberians together. But he keep dividing us. How can you run a country like that? You see, if you people say, George, we are divided the country, and you came today to rescue this country, what have you rescued? What have you done? If George, we are divided the country, you have come and divided the country even more than what George, we are did according to you. If you say George, we are leading the country lawlessly, you have come, what have you changed? George, we are looking for football fee. When he took the presidency, he decided to take people for tenure position. They call him, oh, Mr. President, yes, these are people, these are tenure position. You don't tamper with them. Say, okay, he left it. Joseph Boakai, 42 years in government, 12 years as vice president. You people put tenure position into document. You came today taking people out of tenure position. They told you, oh yeah, Mr. President, you can't do it. And you decided not to even listen to Supreme Court. As old as you abused our constitution, and people sit over there when you're talking today, they want to defend the government. And these are some of the things that make our country, we pray for Liberia, but if we continue to do this, we are not going to go anywhere. Not because I voted for Mr. Nimble, so even when he's doing wrong, I should defend him because I will lose my job. And once I lose my job, I won't survive. I had to back him because I had to go to his office so he can give me 1 or 2 cents. We can't continue to do the same thing over and over and we expect to get a better result. See how our country is looking today. President Boakai, all the people, oh yeah, George, we are using private jet. He wasting taxpayer money. Why you get to say today now? President Boakai is doing the same thing. When they thought they say George Weah did it. So you people came to power to continue what George Weah was doing, or you're ready to change things around. When last George Weah used chap of private jet to fly from Monrovia to go to Grand Crew, Riverside, or wheresoever, which other country that he came from. When last George Weah did that. But to tell you that this man, he's old, he cannot rule us. He don't even have the strength. Because as soon he came from Lufa, the next thing he fly to Ghana, he said he went to see the president, he went for wedding, this and that, all kind of thing, to go get some steroid again. You get a president leaving the country, he say you going on wedding. But you people will say, oh yes, George Weah went to watch his son playing football, so Joseph Boakai get ready to fly private jet to go for wedding. This old man continue to say, Joseph Boakai, if he had leadership ability, if he knew how to govern, he could have been the best president ever in the history of our country. At his age, he has nothing to lose. He could straighten our country. But today, see, all the laws have been broken into the country. There is no respect for rule of law. There is no freedom of speech in the country. You even go on Facebook, you say something, at the end of the day, people are there behind you. See why we are hearing about having whistle. Is this the rescue for our people to be living in fear? They don't have no right. All the things you said President Weah was doing, it was bad yesterday, and these are things that you're hearing today. It has become the best thing that was bad before today is good. And when you sit and talk some of these things, people want to come and insult you, this and that, and what have you. We say this thing because Liberia is our home. There is nowhere than home. No matter what happened, I can never be deported from Liberia. And not everybody have the opportunity to travel. There are some people, God say, this is where you're going to be. See people today. There are people, their children, they are not even say in school up to present. You see? So what the change Joseph Boakai brought to the country? What is happening? See all his government officials, everybody doing their own thing. See the issue about the embassy. When I read that newspaper, you see, so who went and fraud the embassy letter? That letter, they say, oh yeah, the recommendation, it came from the US embassy, those people, or they work for at the old embassy. All of these things happening, and Joseph Boakai don't say anything. You say George Weah was Bobo president. He can't talk. What have Joseph Boakai said? They went and killed our brothers then in Kinjo. It went free. All the killing that going on in the country, every now and then you see dead body in the country. Where is Spoon? You people were the one there every day. You will show dead body in the street. And sometimes I will listen to KOK where you want to say like Joseph Boakai killing the people. You say, oh, you shouldn't say it. But it used to happen. Even when they see fly, they say that George Weah killed the fly in the country. Why today KOK you don't want people to say, oh yeah, like Joseph Boakai killing the people? They used to say that George Weah killing people in the country. These are things they did. You people make the country fearful for investors not to come into the country during George Weah administration. Since you people came to power, what y'all have done to show to the outside world, oh yes, the country is safe. it is George Weah that made the country unsafe at that time. You're sure to the outside world, but now I will say this: any country where there is no rule of law, that is not a safe place. Because which one of the investor coming take high-end money to go invest in Liberia? If you can see a president of a country that doesn't have respect for the constitution that made him a president that is undermining his own government, where in the history of our country we have two speakers at the same time in one country, where the most experienced Joseph Boakai man, we expect to see this thing happening. Where in the history of our country we see police going to the Capitol building to beat a certain group of lawmakers, where under Joseph Boakai administration, if that's the experience, this man should have known better, as old as he is. But it is quite unfortunate. Joseph Boakai is a serious embarrassment and disgrace to our country. He keeps disgracing Liberia all around, going to some budget with a speaker that was illegally elected into for you. And while you get a sitting speaker in the country, Joseph Boakai, is that your 42 years experience you get in government? Taking Rachel Kun, carrying him Ghana, he said as speaker. During the inauguration, I don't know if you people watch it, all the speakers that were invited around the world that went over there, they called them, they call Rachel Kuni as speaker of Liberia, and you people say he received invitation. Why they didn't call his name when they were calling all the other speakers? You continue to disgrace our country globally. You see, the George Weah do some of these things that you are doing today with the 42 years experience. This is so sad for our country.
Really sad. Really sad.
He's too old. All the years he spent in government, we expect him to be leading our country today. Joseph Boakai could be the best president ever in the history of our country. He got nothing to do at his age. When he said this, you like it, it should go on. But today they will just say and tell you, oh, Papa, lead that thing. See the issue. So what become of all those children who went and pay money for this scheme scholarship? Today, they deny them visa. Will they get that money back? The money that they spend, they could take it to learn something or even do business. The issue about yellow machine, another scheme. The issue about buses, another scheme. Everything they government so fake scheme thing that they continue to
Necotech scholarship, another scam.
Another scheme. When the guy came and talked about I think Nyepu or who he went
Matthew Nyeplu.
He went in suspended him for time indefinitely. He said no, I resign. You see, because the city he did with the other criminal who said he was making 300,000 in America every year. You making 300,000, Joseph Boakai suspended you for time indefinite. You couldn't come back. These are just a bunch of hustlers that we get in this country. They don't even say have a full-time job. They sit on radio whole day to castigate another government just so they can go and find government job. You see, some of those people they don't even say have a full-time job. We get people in Liberia, you taking those retirees there from here at your age group. So what becomes of those young people that are getting master's, BSc in Liberia? You see, but this is what the Liberian people voted for. And we continue to sit and see Joseph Boakai will say, how long? 6 years, 6 years. Okay. Then let's say that and see. Let the 6 years finish. Let Joseph Boakai destroy the country. He owns Spoon Network when yesterday and today comparing Joseph Boakai 1 year in office to that of President Weah 1 year. See that kind of disgrace today and yesterday and today. But the people, they don't care. So that is it, Mr. Nimle. They hear from the people, but it is so sad for our country. Joseph Boakai is a serious disgrace and embarrassment to our country.
Thank you very much, Leo. I think you said it all, and that's it. You know, it's good to speak the truth because that's the only thing that can set you free. So, folks, we are about to go to the phone lines and take your calls on this talking points tonight. 0776 104 104 086 500 104. The WhatsApp line is +231 86 500 104. And the female line is 0770 297 016. call us and make your contribution. The program is the Nighttime Spin. Again, there is a guy who I'm told is connected to the so-called majority bloc rules, orders, and administration chair, James Collett. He used to work in the office of Speaker Kofa, and he was later on transferred because he was not doing his job. So because of that, he was removed. And this is the guy now by the name Titus Nimne. I'm told Titus is the one that is showing out people who are connected to Fonati, telling the police that these are the people who beyond the burning of the Capitol. So we got his name. His name is Titus Nimne. Well, let's take calls. Let's hear from you. Let's take this person as our first caller. Good morning. Yeah, you are live on Freedom Radio. What's your name? Okay, we lost that caller. Let me take another person. Hello. Oh my God, what is happening? Is it internet problem or the network problem? But you can keep your calls coming in 0776 104 104 086 500 104. Call us and be live on Freedom FM 87.9. This is the program, the Nighttime Spin. I'm here with Aliyu Masaleh. So let's get back to the phone lines. Hello. Yes, good morning.
I'm Abraham Johnson calling from Brookville.
Go ahead, Abraham.
Yeah.
No, Abraham, you can't give us feedback now. You have to reduce your radio volume.
Okay. You have said it concerning Fonate Kofa, concerning that guy because. Hello?
We are listening to you. Go ahead.
Okay. Some of his workers, few days ago or a week ago, we saw the police car, other people there. They came to one of the main workers. They started chasing after him, and the guy had to run.
You mean the guy from Broadville?
Yes.
Okay, I'm aware of that. I'm sure the police went to the guy's place and the guy escaped.
Yes.
Because
yes.
this Titus Nimne guy is the one that taking the police around and showing them to people who are connected to Fonati.
Yes. And they are on that, they are going after people. We seen those things there, and then the police, they are already doing that in the country, with our people. They are making the surrounding people, they are getting afraid. Even when people trying to get around those gardens now, they can be afraid because what the police are doing now in the country.
Okay, my brother. Thank you for your contribution. Let's take another person. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Welcome to the show, sir. Your name and where you calling from? Go ahead. Your radio is giving us feedback, please. Yeah, please do. Please call us back. Let's move away from our monitors. All right. You want to call on the show to make your input. You can call, but you have to move away from your receivers. Let's talk to you. Hello.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning and welcome. This is the Nighttime Spin. Tell us your name and where you join the conversation from.
I'm S. Gary Jr. and I do join you for Simple Bridge.
Go ahead, my brother. Let's hear you.
You see, we're living in a ghost town now. You see, the police right now they are hunting certain group of people. Why? Why should it be like this? And look, the president went on the air They said certain group of people burn the capital. Do you expect the police or RG to deviate from the president's statement now? Definitely, you have to support it. You see it? Yeah, the president went on the air and said it lively. He accused Fanani Kofa and certain group of people.
My man, I'm even told prior to the burning of the Capitol, I'm told there was another fire incident that took place on the second floor in the office of the deputy speaker, you know, and nobody talk about that one, you know, nobody talk about it. So the big one now that I want everybody talking about is somebody set the place ablaze. So that's the country we find ourselves, my brother.
Yeah, my point of argument on that is the president have gone to work and accused this particular individual. Do you expect now the police RG going now along with fire service chief to do investigation? Do you expect the fact finding to be different from what the president said?
If they had changed that around, that would have been a slap in the face of the president. So they had to support him, you know, by just saying that, you know, it were people who burned down the Capitol.
Yeah, and they are not chasing behind people. What is that? How we're going to live? Some of our children are not even in school. Nothing on the kind. When serious things go on, other president will go address the nation to bring the heart of the people down. But this president has what go on? Even in King George, the people that were killed, he never went to address the nation to talk to the citizen. Why? Is that how we're going to live, my dear brother?
Thank you.
We are disappointed. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you very much. Let's take another person. Let's take another person. 0776-104-104, 086-500-104. You can call and be a part. Let's talk to you. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Fine. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm John Bender, calling from Broadway.
Go ahead, John. Let's hear you.
Yes, our country is seriously in the problem, and really, I don't know what to say. A lot of things are going on. Let's not look at the burning of the Capitol building, but let's look at people that the president has put into power. Now, just the praising, even the praising. You know, we really have a fight with the Kenyan government recent time. Every police cannot come back 7:30 or 6:30 at night. These guys, one Kenyan was being crazy. They came and picked that guy at night. They executed that guy. And everybody know that the Kenyan was roaming at the border and want to bring my blood and kill him. He was crazy.
Well, and the people get our government money and they get them vehicles, so that it.
Right. So those are the problems. And now you see the crazy, like people are dying in the prison. You put the other minister for Minister of Justice, you're not doing anything so you check how the prison is look like. That's a serious problem our country is going through. And if we sit down there and we face this thing within our politics, we are going down in the drain. Seriously, we are going down in the drain.
Thank you.
Which one thing people is, let's go about it. Let's leave it and just fix our country. But seriously is happening in this country. When we take time, we're going to get it seriously.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Let's take you this person. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to diaspora people and good morning to Liberian people. This is Sam. We are journalists and looking down resident.
Let's hear you, Sam.
Okay then. Thank you for the show. We say thank you to Freedom Family. We always stay to the issue and also for the platform. My brother, this country finished. To our people is only about George Weah. it was about Liberia. They didn't listen to us. You see what the woman is doing? You don't care. Yeah, a kid. The woman, yeah, a kid here is assembly. They got money now. The president, the president, you have a word of one lily. So they don't want to know. The issue of rule of law, nothing they call rule of law in Liberia. Everything is said when Kapika, no lies and things. And something, my brother. If you're in opposition, you can lie. But when you are in authority, you can't lie. Because if you are in authority, you will prove to the people what you are doing for them and what you will continue to do for them. It's not the issue of last year. See the thing, their own station, thank God it was their own station school. But when you realize to ask the people, you saw how people reacted. The people told them overwhelmingly, is that what they expected? Even the word of God are the same thing. Liberians are very bad about this government. They just real law. That's somebody say, they see the police. Come on, my brother, you need to take time. There be a police director who will be wanting people, wanting opposition. You mean a police? The police arrest somebody and tell the person over to the NSA. He doesn't know on the criminal justice system how it works. On the criminal justice system, the police is the first contact. You don't tell over people to NSA. You see how the country running? Then somebody say we should sit. We shouldn't talk. We shouldn't talk. But everyone not talking. But now the country would have gone zero. So we'll continue to talk.
Okay.
But in short, everybody belongs to this country and everybody protect the country. We will not continuously wait and allow the opposition to be treated in a manner and form by Omen Joe Waka and that of the police director. Reverend, you need to take time. Tomorrow, yesterday we were discussing 6 years, but today we're discussing 5 years. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Let's talk to you, this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Thank you, Winnie. My name is Washington Soup, and I call from DCO.
Go ahead, Washington. Let's hear you.
Yes, Chief Winnie, this government, I can see the government will fail. We don't want for the government to fail, but I can see that this government will fail. Because the reason is, the government is not focusing on the campaign promise that they made. The government is focusing on suppressing the critics or opposition of the government. So the issue that has to do with development and other stuff, their mind is not on it. So other guys are keen with the mindset of corruption, while the government will also be focusing on witch hunting people, going after critical voices, like what they did by branding Austin Car. Also will be using that means as an opportunity to speak. If you look at the issue of that Capitol building, when that thing reached a certain level, members of Speaker Kufa Black and their office staff now have easy access to that building. The police take over that building, and before you even enter there, as someone who support Kufa, your car will be checked. The lawmaker car will check. Only the people who say they are majority blood, you need to enter there freely with their convoy, nobody checking their car. So if you want to do an investigation, do it both sides. So for the president to go there out there and make that statement, and while the police director and the fire service guy just said in the press conference, it was in direct line with the president, what the president said after. So that they just go and just say that after somebody just come up with that conclusion that somebody bring a play.
Okay.
And why can't you name those people of interest? Why are you keeping it secret? Because I believe that if we come up with those names, none of the names will come from government side. It will be so opposition. That is a clear witch hunting that why they don't want to come up with the people of interest into the public.
Thank
they
you.
want to be arresting people secret, and that is bad.
Thank
This
you.
country belongs to everybody. Nobody will sit there for you to suppress them. It will make them angry and rise up. It will be very bad. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me take this person. This thing is serious. This thing is serious. And again, look to the CDC and other political parties. All right. I know you may have a smaller numerical strength, but you are in an opposition. All right. Some of you were supporting, you know, this regime. Some of you political parties, you threw your weight behind Bwaka during the second round. And to the CDC, you know, because of you, we have been called all kinds of names in this country. We have been branded as CDC journalists. We have been branded as CDC, you know, people. All kinds of names they call us. But again, during the George Weah administration, there were individuals within the government that we sat on this radio and criticized. We criticized some of the government officials then. So who is Joseph Bwaka that we can talk about? He's our president. If he's not doing the right thing, we will talk about it. Joseph Bwaka is not more than Liberia. And his officials, they are not more than Liberia. They may even sit in office, Guyeo. They start taking people from positions. They start witch hunting people. Everywhere seditions where they went after them and got them out of job. Like seditions are not Liberians. Some of the same thing that George Weah was criticized for by his people, his supporters. That President Weah, you allow the opposition to work in your government. They are undermining your government. Did George Weah listen to them? He didn't. He said, these people are Liberians. Let's give them the chance to serve. But Bwaka case is different. Bwaka said anything that is connected to CDC, he won't see it. So like somebody said one time that every time President Bwaka sees Fonanti Kofa, he sees the image of George Weah. So how will you do such a thing as a president, an elderly man, somebody that we see as a grandfather, as a father? You're supposed to put yourself in their shoes. The first thing first this old man failed to do was to reconcile this country after the elections. To bring the people together and say, look, election is over. Let's put Liberia first. Since you say more thing Liberia, more be Liberia, more love or live, whatever Liberia. Put the people together. He failed to do that. This old man is not a reconciler. Because the country politically is divided. Liberia is divided. They get a George Weah group, they get a Joseph Bwaka group. So that's how the country is. The day Joseph Bwaka do the right thing, we'll say, yeah. Everybody on the radio will kind of say, yes, the president did some good thing. But the old man, he's not somebody who we see as somebody who wants to move this country forward with the kind of division that we find ourselves. Whilst one set of people are being targeted, are they not Liberians? And 6 years is just next door. Before we bob our eyes, 6 years will be gone. So we are only calling on Joseph Boakai and his team to do the right thing. But Joseph Boakai was talking about the rule of law when he went at the Capitol. People in this country who should respect the rule of law and blah, blah, blah. When you, the man himself, that breaking the rule, when you yourself, who's supposed to be taking the lead to respect the rule of law, you're disregarding the rule of law. Look at how the lawmakers behaving. See how they're behaving. We're paying the people, they're not doing our work. But we're sitting now, we're just talking. Joseph Boakai will be delivering his State of Nation address soon. What is he going to tell the people about reconciliation? What is he going to tell the people about unifying this country? What is he going to tell the people about the governance structure of this country? People die in Lofa County. People die in Kinjor. Protesters were beaten, brutalized. What is he going to tell the people? Some of you is to your taste, so you are celebrating it. But any bad thing that happened, it happened to all of us. Any good thing that happened, it happened to all of us. We're taking one more call and come back and close up. Let me take this person. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
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 Okay. I will not be saying hello all day. Aliyu? Aliyu, are you there?
Nimle, can you
Yeah,
hear me?
Aliyu, yeah, I can hear you. Let's close up. We got to go.
Yes, thank you, and thanks to all the callers. And the problem here, the reason why the lawmakers are doing what they are doing is because of the president. Okay, so if we can get a president that doesn't have respect for the rule of law, so that's why those lawmakers saw they say, but then we can do whatsoever we want to do. And moreover, whatsoever the lawmakers are doing, President Boakai is the one funding them. You see, today our people in the country, they can't even get food to eat. Their children are not in school. President Boakai get lawmakers lie down to IRLJ hotel, spending millions of dollars keeping them there. Is this the experience, United Party people? Is this what you expected Joseph Boakai to do to our country? And you can say nothing about it because you voted him. So anything he do, you will support him. Is this the experience? You people should be ashamed of yourself. To get a president who came to power today, the country is not united. See the presence of police in the country or in the street going after people. Did we see this thing happening during George Weah administration? Hell no. Why today? This is so sad. You see, why only this one for that you're wasting taxpayer money. You see, going after people. Because you're saying anybody, the whistleblower will get 500,000 or 5,000 whatsoever. So this other guy now from Fonati Kufa office. But you know, we the Liberian people are continuing to say this. We the one giving birth to all of these things. In any country today, but now those people finish living around LJ Hotel ever since. You see, but Joseph Boakai, this old man, he get nothing to lose. He know how we got peace in our country today, so he care less. Whatsoever happened in our country, he get nothing. And they gone in Ghana, he went to a home Sierra Leone. So anything sparkle in our country, he will just leave and go Sierra Leone, go say that they be looking at us. This is so sad. God bless America, God bless Liberia. A good night till we can see tomorrow morning.
Thank you very much, Aliyu Masale. And again, Titus Nimne. Titus Nimne, what you are doing is bad. You need to stop lying on people. You need to stop lying on people because of $1 or $2. Stop lying on people. You're going around with police officers showing our people who are connected to Fonati Kofa, telling them that they are the ones that behind the burning of the Capitol. You need to stop what you are doing. Titus Nimne, you worked for Fonati before, and we all know this. So because you are not there today, stop going and spreading lies on your friends. Folks, we want to say thank you for being with us tonight up to this morning. I want to say thanks for your contribution. Thanks for the listening role. Those of you who sat there and listened, I want to say thank you ever so much. We will be here next Thursday with another presentation up to Friday morning, the nighttime Spain. My name is Wendell Nimne, and I say a big thank you to my man Aliyu Masaleh for taking up his time to be with us tonight. So until we can catch up with you next Thursday, do have a pleasant Friday morning. All right, let's talk to Crime Stoppers.